Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever video in this series. Something I want to start doing probably at the beginning of the month is a current state of pro wrestling video. This will kind of let you guys know that I do follow the wrestling product, not just give reviews about every single thing. So I thought I'd do this video. February current state of pro wrestling. And what this means is I'll talk about WWE, I'll talk about TNA, if I've seen something of ROH, I'll talk about that as well, and any other thing. Basically, what I want to say coming into 2015 is that I think the product of professional wrestling is not as bad as what people say it is. A lot of people think it's horrible, it's horrendous. I don't think it is. I see a lot of future, a lot of good things that are going to happen. Do I think we're in kind of a downwind? Somewhat. I see it somewhat there, but I mean, really, there's a lot of great wrestlers on the horizon, and they're just now getting into the big picture, so I'm pretty excited. Now, in my opinion, why do I see people saying that? It's because all our heroes are basically done. They're done. I mean, we've seen... I'm sorry, I don't want to be offensive to Bubba Ray Dudley, but he was the only person that got a huge pop in the Royal Rumble this year. Seriously? Bubba Ray Dudley. 10 years ago, if he would have showed up in the Royal Rumble, would we have gave a shit? Let's be honest, folks. No, we would not have. DDP got a kind of a big pop, but he looked horrible. God, he looked horrible in the Rumble. The only thing I can say about ROH right now is Alberto El Patron, I think is his name. Formerly Alberto Del Rio from WWE. Interesting, he went to ROH. Definitely didn't see that coming. I would have thought he would have went to TNA. Instead, I thought they could have used him. I thought that they could have did more with him, but didn't happen. TNA, not really following it yet. I do have cable now, so I could follow a little bit more. Just not sure about it. I'm not really gonna make many comments about it, but ultimately, the guys are there. I mean, the talent is there. It's just doing something with it. Bobby Lashley, they need to get the belt off of him. He should be a special attraction. That's it. They want to put the belt on him, that's fine. But if he's going to do MMA, they need to get it off of him. It's just kind of like a Lesnar. It's the same situation, but different situation. Bobby Lashley is no Brock Lesnar. Let's make that point very clear. He is not relevant. He was relevant like... I don't even remember when he was relevant on SmackDown. But when he left and waited that long to come back to pro wrestling, he killed his momentum as a pro wrestler. Do I think he wants to stay? Hell no. I don't see him staying. I don't see him staying in pro wrestling. If WWE offered him a contract, he probably would go back if MMA doesn't work out for him. But if people don't know, Bobby Lashley, who was formerly in WWE, he quit, did MMA, pretty successful. I think he has a good record. I don't know what his record is right now. I don't have it all off the top of my head, but I know he's won a lot of them. And now he's wrestling and doing MMA at the same time. Do you think Lesnar will do that? No, Lesnar won't do that. Lesnar won't do both. I don't see that happening. I really don't. The only way I can see that working out is if WWE lets it happen, and I just don't see it happening. Now, I'm not going to do my WrestleMania predictions. I'll do that in a separate video. But segueing over... Oh, and basically TNA, like I said, you got to give them time to get up And I think that they realized that they were almost knocked down. And I think now the product's probably going to start to turn around. We just got to give them time, follow the garbage until they get back on their feet. And I think in a few months' time we'll start to see a different TNA. But that's just my opinion. We'll find out. I'm probably wrong. But if I was TNA, I would start to turn my ass around, figure out what the hell is wrong. But, you know, it kind of showed who was loyal to the company, though, when they were on the verge of losing everything. And some people stayed. Some people was like, nope, I'm out of here. So that was kind of a good thing for TNA as well. Got to find out who's loyal to the company. Anyways, on WWE, I don't think it's as bad as what people think. When people talk about the wrestling business, more or less they talk about WWE. Daniel Bryan. You gotta love him. You gotta love Daniel Bryan. If you don't love Daniel Bryan, I don't know what the hell you're doing watching wrestling, because he's one of those guys who does keep you watching wrestling. And when he left, I'm not a Daniel Bryan mark. Schleg Daddy from OTR Central called me a Daniel Bryan mark because I asked a question about, do you think Lesnar and Bryan would be a good match at WrestleMania? Or do you think Bryan and Cena would be a better match? And he assumed I was a Daniel Bryan mark. No. No. Do I like him? Yeah. Do I think he's the best wrestler in the world? Do I think every match he's in is the best motherfucking match in the world? No. Not that kind of guy. But do I respect him? Yes. Do I think he's an enormous talent for the WWE? Yes. No pun intended, sorry. Do I think he should have headlined WrestleMania this year? Yes, I do think he should have headlined WrestleMania this year. Do I think he should have won the championship this year at WrestleMania? No. He didn't have to win the title this year at WrestleMania. They could have went a different direction. They could have Bryan win the title, and Bryan win the Rumble, and whoever he faced at WrestleMania beat him. There doesn't have to be a new champion every single year for it to be a great WrestleMania, and that's when we're really going to see how good of a wrestler that new person is. I mean, to say that if Bret Hart versus HBK at WrestleMania 12, if Bret Hart would have walked out with a championship, I think we still would have respected Shawn Michaels. I mean, let's be honest. And Shawn Michaels maybe beat Bret Hart, 2 pay-per-views down the road after WrestleMania 12. I think it would have had the same result. We probably would have respected Shawn more. And I don't really think it would have changed any opinions. It would have gave us the same outcome that we have currently today. So yeah. But the current state of pro wrestling, February, beginning of the year, do I think that they did a good job at the beginning of the year? The Rumble came. I think it's really good. I'm excited for WrestleMania. And I've heard rumors. Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan. I don't think it'll be a bad match. Now, if they're going to turn someone heel, if they wanted to really just say, screw you, fans, they would have put Daniel Bryan as a heel. Do I think they're going to do that? No. No, I don't think so. I have a feeling Ziggler's going to turn heel and join the Authority. That's what I think is going to happen. What would I have done? Well, I mean, it's all speculation, but if I were the WWE, I would book Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. I mean, you talk about the history there, and with them kind of teasing, I mean, I didn't see that Raw. I just got DVR, so I couldn't record wrestling, but I had cable, but I would work on Monday nights. But I heard that they teased at Rollins and Bryan, so that kind of sets in motion, and I wonder if they're going to do something on Mania. with the money in the bank. Looked like a bunny because you couldn't see my other finger. Anyway. But yeah, Daniel Bryan gonna have a great match in Mania, no matter what. Heard rumors now they're gonna piss off the fans and put him on opening match. I don't think it would be like. I don't think we should take it as bad. I mean, if you think about it, I think it was 29, and like the second or third match was Randy Orton and Kane. Was it? I don't remember which one it was. Randy Orton and Big Show? I can't remember. But anyway, Randy Orton was in the match. I mean, Big Show, Sheamus, and they were like low down on the card. So it's not that they're trying to put the big main eventers in a shitty position on the card. It's just they're trying to get the crowd, trying to have the ebbs and flows of a pay-per-view, you know? And it's, you know, I mean, we can bitch about the order of the matches and everything like that, but I mean, starting off WrestleMania with Daniel Bryan and whoever is going to be great. Whoever he faces, I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. He can draw a match out of anybody. But the current state of wrestling is pretty good. I'm excited to see what Dean Ambrose is going to do at Mania. Seth Rollins. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I have no idea what they're going to do. It's just kind of a cool thing. Am I excited for Sting to possibly wrestle at WrestleMania? Hell yeah. If you're a person from my era that watched the 90s wrestling, I don't see how you couldn't be excited for Sting. And for people to say that they don't fucking want Triple H and Sting, whatever. Get over yourself. Triple H and Sting will be an epic match. If they start it now, and they start doing the promos now, it's going to be awesome. But what worries me is that they didn't do it at the Rumble. Why didn't they have the confrontation at the Rumble? So at Fastlane is when the confrontation is going to happen, and the promos will start after that. Now, I'm not going to say that there's going to be a match, but I'm assuming there's going to be a match between the two of them. You know, do I think they both can go out there and give a hell of a match? Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they will. Do I think it'll be like a 5-star classic? Probably not. I mean, but for nostalgia reasons, I mean, we're gonna love that match. And when it happens, people are gonna be shocked. People are gonna say, man, that was such a good match. I never thought they could pull that off. And I'm not shocked. They're gonna be able to do it. Triple H, whether you hate him or you love him, is still an icon. He's still a guy. He's one of the last guys left from the Attitude Era that still could actively wrestle. And, you know, he's getting up there too. So, if he's going to have one last match, why not with Sting? You know, and I heard Hogan training for one last match. So, WrestleMania 32, who knows? Cena and Hogan could happen, brother. Who knows? Or maybe Austin and Hogan in a street fight. That'd be interesting. I can see that happening. Because if you think about it, Austin said he's been training for a match for a while. Hogan now is saying that he wants to do one more match. Well, they're both training for a match, and supposedly the fans have said that's the biggest match that they would want to see. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, they've said Punk, but I mean, that's not going to happen. Why wouldn't we be able to give, you know, Austin versus Hogan in some kind of a street fight or something, so where they wouldn't really have to, like, wrestle, you know? It'd just be like a brawling, you know, smacking them with chairs and stuff like that. It'd be interesting. I think it would be a good match. They could probably tell a damn good story and not have to take a whole lot of bumps, to be quite honest. Do a lot of punches and kicks, and I mean, it would probably still be amazing, you know. Anyways, but the current state of pro wrestling, I mean, I think it's great. And for January, which when I do the current state of pro wrestling, it's basically for the month before. So anyway, so February, the current state of wrestling looks really good. I'm excited. First off, hold the fuck on. Fastlane. What the hell? Okay, I agree. We had to get rid of the Elimination Chamber. But Fastlane? Who came up with that? My first initial response was, so everybody's gonna fucking be racing cars in the pay-per-view? Would I want to see Cena versus Rusev in a race car match? Probably not. That's my initial response. Like Fastlane? So these are all gonna be race car matches. But that's not the case, people. Yes, somebody thought it was a good idea to name a wrestling pay-per-view Fastlane. And then what got me is after I heard it, and I heard about it for a while now, and I was like, ah. Then they said it on the Rumble pay-per-view, the Fastlane, the WrestleMania. I'm like, really? The road to WrestleMania is the way it's always been. And you think the Fastlane to WrestleMania sounds better? It sounds stupid, retarded. How many more angry comments can I make about this? It's dumb. But Fastlane, why they could have put anything, any name. It could have been Judgment Day, Bad Blood, something. Bad Blood would have fit. Just put Bad Blood in that spot. But Fastlane, God, please get rid of this pay-per-view next year. The stupidest name. This has to be the dumbest name I've seen. The only, I think, there's some dumb names for pay-per-views, but that's gotta top the cake. There was another one. Capital Punishment was pretty bad. But Fastlane, it's gotta be the worst pay-per-view name in history. Please leave your comments about that, because I really want to know what people think. What is the worst pay-per-view name from a company you have ever heard? It has to be one of the major ones. A lot of people don't like Hog Wild, but it made sense for what it was. ECW had some weird ones. December to Dismember. I know it's a fighting thing, but it sounds like we're watching an episode of like Mortal Kombat or something. Anyways, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little rant off about pro wrestling. What can I say about the storylines? There's so many storylines that we see like being poked at, with Big Show, and I don't even know. There's so many storylines. Mizdow breaking up possibly Cody Rhodes and Goldust, or Stardust and Goldust. I mean, there's so many different angles that they could go in for WrestleMania, so I think I'm gonna have to wait like before WrestleMania to really give you my current state of pro wrestling for February and let you know how it is going to be in March. So hope you guys leave your comments down below, subscribe if you want to see more and find out when I upload new videos. Definitely hit the like button if you really like what I'm talking about. And I'm working on, let me tell you, before I end this video, didn't realize I'm writing down like little notes when I do my my pay-per-view reviews, and I'm working on a WCW one. I didn't realize it was super long. I figured back in the day it wasn't 3 hours long. Dude, this is like over 3 hours long, and I'm writing, and I ran out of room on one paper writing notes. Starrcade 83 coming your way as soon as I get finished with it. It's not that it's hard to watch, but it's like when you don't remember half the people, and it's different style that was back then, so you have to sit through the entire pay-per-view because what I want to do is give you ratings on every single match. So yeah, tune in for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe. shake your booty on the dance floor, whatever you got to do. But keep rocking. Later, guys.